This is the Art Beauty Podcast, where we are always reaching for truth and beauty. Remember, the brands, the people on the show are not paying to be here, so we get to ask them the questions we know you want answered because you deserve to be informed so you can make the best choices for yourself. With that said, I'm Amber Mill, and today my fabulous co-host is Gigi Howard. She is the founder of SiO Beauty. You've seen their patches, you know their patches. We're going to be talking all about them today and her new skincare line. But before we get into that, how's it going, Gigi? Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be on the show. Thank you for asking me.
Yes.
Things are going well in New York.
Good.
It's cold here. Loving the weather. Skin's dry, so moisturize everybody. So it's going great.
Is it that, it's like this time of year, I find that it's just can be so blah. It's, there's like 4 hours of daylight between the heat, the dry heat, like you just kind of wake up, everything's just like, ugh.
Well, it's truth, to there's something called SAD, seasonal affective disorder, and I have it.
Same.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried any of those like daylight lamps?
I have one right behind me.
Does it work?
100%. I had it on all day yesterday. And you don't have to look right into it. It's round. I got it on Amazon, and it can be like in your peripheral, because I really already have issues with, depression.
Yeah.
Since I had a child and I had postpartum, and it just never left. And I'm on medication, but sometimes during these months, I need help.
Yeah.
And so my psychiatrist told me, and I read about it, that, it really lifts you up. And I just pulled it out and used it. And I'm like, the next day I was like feeling great. It's crazy. It really works. And seasonal, that's sad. They say it's sad, seasonal affective disorder. It's real.
It is.
And I don't care if you are diagnosed with depression or not. It's real.
It is real. I mean, listen, also, depending on where you live, I was visiting my family in Florida. It stays lighter there an hour later. Plus you walk outside and it's warm. Right here, I love New York. I'm not, pooping on New York, but it's cold. It's dark.
That's why I gain a few pounds every winter, and I don't care because I love sitting on the couch. And then, I don't go out that much during the winter, and I sit, with my 10-year-old, and we sit on the couch and order Domino's pizza.
I love Domino's. But do you do the thin crust?
I get the thin crust extravaganza.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we're sausage peps, thin crust all the way.
Too. And you know what? People laugh at me because you live in New York, and I introduced my New Yorker friends, and they're like, "Wow, it's really good." So anyway.
Yeah, I know. We won't go to them, but just a quick little thing too. I know I grew up in New York, born, bred. When I met my husband, he's like Domino's. And I was like, oh, how could you? We live in New York, the best pizza in the world. Let me tell you, there is a place for Domino's, and also cheesy bread is life.
Oh, wow. No, but you have to do this. I'm Southern. We like ranch dressing. We have ranch here and we dip it.
Oh God, I love it. Oh my gosh, I love my Southern bells. So, Gigi, we're talking about dryness, we're talking about skin, and I just, I know your brand is an award-winning brand. People know I work with New Beauties. You've won New Beauty Awards. I know you've got some Oprah Awards this year. I want to talk a little bit about these patches because I think that people have seen them, but I don't know if they know necessarily sort of the scientific reason and purpose for them. But you have a great story of how you even came up with these in the first place. Can you share that with us?
Absolutely. I'll tell you my age now. I'm 53. When I was 25, I started getting these creases on my décolleté or chest.
Mm-hmm.
It caused from side sleeping.
Yeah, I'm a side sleeper.
Yeah, me too. And I'm a deep sleeper, and I love sleep. Sleep is like my hobby. And I did everything to not, go to side sleeping. I would use pillows, but it just didn't work. It can't work. I used masking tape one time to try. And because I had in my head, if I had something that would stick, it would fold with the skin so it wouldn't create a crease.
Now,
Get
can I ask
it.
you to be like a confession? As a Southern girl, did you spend a lot of time outside?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So,
I
so
used to bake. I mean, when I was, 15, 16, 17, we were using like what olive oil, not olive oil, baby oil, and those reflectors. I had
reflectors.
really bad.
Yay. Yay,
Yeah.
80s. I was the same. Uh-huh.
Yes. So that
Um,
doesn't help. That doesn't help. So, but also side sleeping, even if you don't have skin damage, because you're sleeping on your side and it just naturally creases. And I don't care if you are flat chested or you have big boobs. I don't care. It's still it happens.
yeah,
So I just tried everything, and then I became a bit insecure because it was so visible and they came worse and worse. But I'd wake up with them and then they would dissipate over time
right.
during the day.
Yeah.
And then over time, they wouldn't leave and they became worse and worse. So I wore turtlenecks. I'm wearing turtleneck just because it's so cold here right now. Um, uh Scarves, because it just didn't make sense, because I had these creases here and I had no wrinkles on my face. 25,
Right.
26, 7, even 30, I really didn't have wrinkles yet. And then I was like, I need to come up, I need to figure out something. So I was in Georgia visiting, and I went to my OB, and he had some medical grade silicone close to his like on the desk. And I was like, Dr. Sullivan, what is that? And he told me medical grade silicone. He uses it for women, mothers that have the cesarean section,
Yeah.
to help with scarring. And I'm like, oh, can I use some of that? So that night I went home, and that night I put a piece of silicone on half of my chest and let the other bare. Woke up the next morning, peeled the silicone off, and there were zero wrinkles.
Yeah.
I had like wrinkles here and then here. Like I had
But
like
it zero in the middle.
completely, like it was so crazy. And I turned my phone around and I took a picture, and I'm like freaking out. I'm running around like, I found something. This is great. This is great. But I wasn't thinking about bringing anything to the market. I was thinking, oh, this is great. I need to get more of the silicone from Dr. Sullivan, because they don't sell it in the pharmacies or anything like that. So I went back to him, and I got a bunch and just was so happy. Again, I wasn't thinking about, oh, let me, you know, make this and put it on the market and sell it. So that lasted for a while, but it was uncomfortable
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's thicker and it has the edges. So one day I was thinking, what if I make it where it will look like skin and feel like skin when you're sleeping? So it's not so noticeable if you're sleeping with your husband, partner, or whomever, but make it kind of a nude, clear type thing. And so and to where you can't feel it. Again, feel like skin, look like skin.
So I have the neck patches here, right? And now you went through a lot of prototypes to create
180.
these 180. And what were the first ones that you came out with?
Okay, this is the first one. The neck came out a couple of years
Yeah,
later. I came out with this, and let me pull it off so it's easier for you to see the shape.
the chest. Okay, I'm gonna put the chest on with you, and that's why I actually wore this outfit. So here
Yeah.
we've got, uh-huh.
You peel. Um, I'm glad you didn't wear a turtleneck.
Yeah, I'll put it on for you. So okay,
Yeah.
so when we get this here,
Yeah.
we peel this off. There's a
Mhm.
couple layers here, and it goes which side down?
The larger part upright.
Oh, yeah. So this. So I'm just gonna stick it. Oh, sorry, everybody,
Yeah. Yeah.
getting a little friendly here. Um, but let's see. So there's two. Got it. So I peel off this first layer, and this is what goes down, the sticky
Yeah.
side. Got
The
it.
sticky sides, pull it all down, and then you have the top part to peel off.
Not got a bra on, but
Yeah, there you go. You haven't peeled the top part, but that's
no,
okay right now.
I'm just
And you
gonna kind of
flatten it out.
get it in here, and then
There's
I'll
no
take the.
bubbles. You need to get that part off. where there's no, yeah, bubbles. So it was like 184 prototypes because
Oh, can you
every
see
time we would get
this?
someone to
Sorry,
make
I'm
it,
getting a little
yeah,
cleavage here, but yeah,
no, it's okay. Yeah.
it's great. And this is exactly the area when you're,
And
I
it's
think,
so comfortable,
yes,
so
it is very comfortable.
comfortable that I walked into Soul Cycle, woke up that morning, put my clothes on for Soul Cycle, and just I just didn't realize that I took my t-shirt off. I had my sports bra and then I had it on. And I'm like, I just peeled it off and put it around my water bottle. But I wanted it to be that comfortable.
Yeah,
So, but it took a while because I would get prototype and it was uncomfortable or the shape wasn't right. But mostly it was the comfort
right.
because you're not going to sleep with something overnight if it's not comfortable and you can feel it. You're
Absolutely
not.
not. Now,
You're not.
by the way, just as like a little aside here, because I'm married now, together with my husband 14 years, married for 10. Lately at night, he's such a good sport. I've been wearing this red light mask. It's only 3 minutes, but I put it on in bed and like he'll walk in and I just laugh. Last night I was saying to him, you probably weren't expecting this when you married me because it's a green mask with red light. I mean, he's like, you look like Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
I just laugh, listen, ladies, after a certain point, whatever it takes, we got to do. I've
Yeah.
got the mouth guard in because I bite my teeth. I'm going to have
Mm.
my patches on. Like, they don't care. And I asked him, I was like, do you really care? And he's like, absolutely not. I love
No,
you so much, right? They do not care.
when you're in bed, they don't care about
Yeah.
anything.
Well,
They care about. So
okay. So now I'm showing some of these here because you really have evolved this now into a number of different specific patches. These are reusable, correct?
they're reusable up, to 10 times. But listen, I've used mine up to like 13, 14 times, on the average. For me, you just have to take care of them and you put them back on its slip
Yeah.
after you use it.
So
And then,
here's, I peeled it off the thing. This is at the actual neck. You're going to take this sticky side off
yeah,
and then we're going to put it here. I see the top, but I'm actually going to use that.
yeah. That's a great one. People love it. I don't use it. I don't have the wrinkles right here. And it takes a minute to get used to it. But the difference, even like my young target group that the kids that I speak to that, like they're 20, 25, because it's like it's tech neck. They're looking
Yeah.
down. They're like, we wear it even during the day for it. We're in our
Well,
when
yeah. And
it
if I had a
running.
turtleneck on, you couldn't see and look. I mean, the chest one, you really couldn't.
Yeah, during the winter, I'll use my chest, but I don't have to really because I use it all night.
Yeah.
But some people prefer maybe they don't want to wear it all night. But I just tell them wear it a couple hours during the day. If you're vacuuming, washing the dishes, I mean, you just
Get
see
your
such
beauty
a
in.
difference,
Yeah.
even in
Now,
2 hours.
this I'm super excited about. I'm not going to put the face ones on because I have makeup. So ideally, you want to put these on clean skin.
Clean skin because you don't want to agitate the skin because listen, with the medical grade silicone and medical grade came out 50, 80 years ago to help prevent scarring or helps with scarring and burn victims. So and what it does is it creates here's your skin, here's the this pad, and it creates a microclimate right here. So it's super moisture is created under it. It's like trapped in there. So you don't want to have, let's say you have something with hyaluronic acid. You don't want to have that because it will irritate it. Must put it on clean skin. Must.
Okay. And like you said, though, because it's creating that microclimate, we're going to be getting hydration in these areas. So the brow, eye, smile lines here. We don't need to worry if for somebody, like you and I said at the beginning of this podcast with dry skin, it's going to help add that hydration.
100%. And
this is very comfortable. The neck one is great.
No, yeah, it's very, but sometimes it takes a little bit, but you get used to that neck. And I'm just being honest, but
Yeah.
it's one of our top sellers. but there's a getting used to minute, because it's the before and afters are ridiculous. Before and afters on all of our patches are pretty spectacular, and I think that's why we sort of went viral, and just people caught on to our patches because we were the first ones to be in this space, and there was nothing like it out there.
Right.
But it took a bit of time to get people to understand, what is this? Why is it $49.99 and you put it on for, 15 minutes? Because there's all these other masks that, you put on and you just take them off, but they look similar. So it took us a
Right.
while to let people realize that these are medical grade silicone and you don't throw them away.
Right. And they're meant to be used. So are all of these meant to be used as theoretically? I know you said you could wear them in the day, but they were really designed to be used overnight.
Overnight, absolutely.
Okay.
But then people, would write in, I use these during the day, I wore them under my shirt, or, you know, just, sometimes in public. You know what? Listen, I've been on airplanes and I wear mine. First of all, I don't care what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
I'll wear it. And even my son Southworth, who's 10, I'm like, I said, this was last, not Christmas, but Thanksgiving. He goes, Mom, you're going to wear those. I said, yeah. Are they going to embarrass you? He goes, no, but you're the founder. Can I
Yeah.
tell people you're the founder? And I'm like, no,
Oh,
he's
you guys
so
love that
proud.
though.
He's so
So
proud.
sweet. Of course. Now, you mentioned so these are meant to be used really up to 10 times, but 13 depending on how you take care of them. What is
Yeah.
the proper way to care for them? So we wear them overnight. In the morning, you take this off. And then what? Do we rinse them with water? You hold this backing.
Not quite yet. What you're going to do is you're just going to put it on, wear it for, a few times, and then when you find that the adhesive is getting a little weaker, then you just put it under warm water
Okay.
under the sink. You can use a mild soap. I don't. I just use a little, if it's dirty now, but I keep mine clean.
Yeah.
If there's a little dirt or something, then use a little mild soap, or your cleanser, whatever cleanser you have for your face, and then it will bring back some of that adhesive.
And look, it's sticking right back here,
So
and then you can keep it in its pouch.
I wear mine, and I mean, I wear mine more than, I don't know. I can wear mine up to 15 times, but see, I don't like to waste anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I just am very like, I'll use it until it's about to tear.
Right.
These won't tear, but
Right. You'll use it until it definitely can't be used anymore. So we talked a little bit about what that benefit of silicone is. Let's talk a little bit about some of the results that you're seeing. So is this something that is like sort of temporary results? Are there any long-term benefits to this?
both,
Okay.
all. Um, you can put on a patch of ours, whether it's the face or the décolleté, and wear it an hour, 2 hours. I mean, let's stick with 2 hours, and you will see some difference.
Okay.
It's so astonishing, the before and afters, to where people kind of don't believe it. Like when I launched this one décolleté patch, and we did a launched on HSN, which was so super scary for me. And I did that, and we had the before and after. We didn't do so well. First of all, nobody understood medical grade silicone. It was probably too soon to go on there. This is 8 years ago. And they just didn't believe the before and afters. And, when you're on a show like that, or it has to be proven, their
Yeah.
before and afters. So it's so exciting that you can see it so quickly.
Yeah.
So it's preventative. So if you have a couple of wrinkles here and you start off, let's say if I had it when I was 25 and started seeing them, I would have never, ever had more creases if I was using it.
Right.
But it has, so that's a preventative. And then when I came out with this and using it over time, I barely have a crease.
Right.
If I have uh and this has happened a few times, if I had too much wine or a couple of martinis and I forgot it and I'd wake up, yeah, I'd have a couple, but I wouldn't care. I'd like slap it on that day or just slap it back on that night. So it's really cool. It's really cool.
It's amazing. I love how passionate you are about this, and you've built quite a cult following through this products. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, it was it the deck that just won Oprah? Which one just won Oprah's award?
We have the mid brow, which is
The mid
incredible.
brow.
Yes, but we have like 3 or 4 that Oprah awards, which I'm very proud. And of
Um,
course, very
I'm
proud of New Beauty.
Yes, I'm super psyched about the lip one because, I'm starting to notice from all of those blowing kisses to everybody and all the smiling that I do, you start to notice those little feather lip lines, and nobody wants that. I don't want to do filler, so that's going to be a huge one. I'm excited to try.
No,
Um,
that's a really good one too. So it just depends. And some people they just only need, the eye. I use the eye every single night. I'm not afraid of Botox. I'm
right.
not. Tiny bit. I'm 53. Do I have a lot of wrinkles? No, it's
No,
hereditary. I don't. Do I believe in being like that? Absolutely not. I don't have to, and nor do I think wrinkles are fine, actually. You got to have some wrinkles. It's a sign of life and
a
living.
sign of a great life. My mother always said that. She's like, I'm not embarrassed about, you know, the beautiful creases that I've developed from years of smiling and laughing and all of those memories.
Oh,
I want to make sure we have time though to address because I know this is brand new for you. So the patches have been around for how long now?
8 years.
8 years. Okay. Proven success. I know you've got a following. Like I said, were saying before, the before and afters are incredible. Um, let's talk about your skincare line because what was this? I know this is a newer launch for you. What made you decide, okay, we've got these patches. I want to have a skincare line to go along with it.
This is what made me decide. First of all, I was a public relations director for a very high end um, beauty brand, which I love.
Okay.
Actually, can I say their
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
Natura Bissé. Natura
I
Bissé.
love, we know Natura.
Yes, and this one of my favorite brands. And I'll just say quickly because Deterby said they actually have active ingredients that actually work. It's
Yeah.
just not the cream. There's actually yummy stuff in there. Like, some brands that sell for $300 for cream might have one active. They have like 10 actives. I just like they're honest, they're great. So I worked with them and great fun. And so I never thought, okay, I was gonna start my own skincare line, but we did the body, we did the patch, we did the face, this, and I thought, we need to add something to just kind of follow up with it. But let them be Gigi's favorite
Yeah.
products. Let's not do this step, this step, this step, this step. Nor do I believe that.
Yeah.
Nor do I believe that, when someone says this moisturizer is going to get rid of your your creases or wrinkles. No, it won't. 100% it won't. Will it
I'm so glad
help?
you said it.
Will it
Yes.
help?
And we say
Yes.
this all the time. You're not going to get what you are in a bottle, what you are from a needle, what you'll get from going under the knife. You have to manage expectations. However, and Natura Bissé has been on here before. There are brands that certainly put in a lot of research and development, and that you will notice a difference. But it might not be the different, the game changing difference that you're going to get from a cream is not going to be the same as like going under the knife or getting a laser.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I
So
do want to talk about, yeah, this neck and deck cream though, because I have to say how juicy and delicious. I
yeah, I
mean,
was about to. Yeah, that's great. This is one of my favorites, but I actually want to. It comes from my body cream that
mhm,
is like one of our top sellers that we came out with. I wanted it to feel the same exact, but different ingredients and like, with vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and the vitamin C brightens it and it just feels really good. So we have the neck, We have the patch for the chest. And that's just something you put on the morning just to kind of help with extending those results.
Got it. So again, when you are wearing these patches, you want to put them onto clean skin. So these aren't meant to be used to kind of lock in. You want to do the neck patch at night, and then in the morning, by the way, I just was rubbing this into my neck. It feels so smooth. If you're somebody who likes to give like a little neck or back massage,
No, I use it on my face too.
oh yeah, it's gorge.
I
And I
love
like
it.
it's not at all greasy. I don't know if you can see this. It
No,
has
it
like a
just feels
beautiful,
good.
like
And
almost a satin finish.
I'll tell you something. Kiehl's, which is a brand that I really love. You know, you remember their cream decor? You may still use
Yes,
it.
of course.
I wanted something because I'm so obsessed. I used it for 20 years and I thought, you know what? I want to do my favorite products. And if I'm going to do it, I want it similar to the body. I want it similar to Kiehl's where it feels that great and it's just as yummy. I'm not
Yeah.
copying their ingredients. I'm not doing anything, but you know, I wanted something that was that great. And I spent what couple of years trying to get the right, there's tons of body creams and there are difference there you get some that's are drier, some are this, that. And I wanted to cover every bit of it of like whether you have dry skin or not, you know, and it's going to be good for all skin types. So I was very proud of this product. And then I just did fun products that I like, you know, this the cryo. Um
Oh, I
I
haven't
have
seen this tool. Is this like a little cryo tool?
medical grade, it's a CO right here.
Nice.
Medical grade steel. I designed it in Italy, had it made in
Okay.
Italy, and it stays 70 degrees. It's cold,
Oh,
so it helps with the plumping of your skin. I mean, there's just such a difference. And then like lymphatic drainage. And then you can either do this. People love this because of the way it feels, the shape. Take it in your on the airplane, put it in your you put it in your bag. But people tell me they always have it right next to their bed on the
yeah.
table. When they wake up, they can do it. I'm so super proud of this. It's just is wonderful. Do you have that? I
I
hope you
don't
do.
have one. I've never tried this. But you know what? I gotta say too, I bet, it's funny. Before we got on here, and I hope I'm not like blowing, we were talking a little bit about menopause, perimenopause, all the things. I bet for women who have to deal with hot flashes, if you put that in the fridge, that would feel lovely.
Oh, you just gave me an idea because it's last night and I the past week and I'm not sleeping. You just that's a great idea. You don't want to put it in the freezer.
No, 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 because it'll get too cold. It'll
Refrigerator,
burn the
yeah,
skin. Refrigerator.
absolutely not because it's a medical grade steel and it does stay at a certain temperature.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, no, I'm gonna keep, yeah, I'm gonna.
You're gonna keep doing it. And then I will say this too, because facial cleansers are so particular. So just for anybody who is wondering about um, this is a facial cleanser, very hydrating. So again, this time of year, I found that this was so gentle on my skin, not a foamy. It doesn't like
No,
get
no,
that
no, no, no,
so
no, no.
like that kind of like a foamy thing, but just really feels like a beautiful, gentle removal. And then the multi face and body scrub.
Okay.
This, yeah,
Gigi's favorite brands, that's where that came from because I'm obsessed with anything that was micro abrasion that you would put on your face. And when you finish, your
yeah,
face had that little pinked, like little bit because it
yeah.
exfoliate. And I wanted to get it to where it's not rough on your skin, but you feel it. It's like
No.
very soft sand, you know, the soft sand
It's
like on the beach.
very soft. So if you are somebody who's like, "Oh, I get nervous because I've got super sensitive skin, it's gonna be gritty, it's gonna be harsh, it's abrasive." It's not. I mean, you can barely feel the abrasion in here, but you can, but it's not
And
harsh.
they
But
melt.
is
They
it
melt
jojoba
down.
beads?
What?
Do you know, is it jojoba in it? Jojoba
Yes,
beads?
yes. And it
Mhm.
just it like melts when you use it. And it just you put it on and then you feel the scrub and then it just melts away. I love that one. It's
So
one of my favorite. And the cleanser is my favorite because I just thought, you know, the cleanser, let's make it simple. You know, you can spend so much money on cleansers when you don't need to. And, you know, there's the brand like Cetaphil, who I
yeah, I love Cetaphil. We use
love,
Cetaphil
love.
and
And
CeraVe.
and CeraVe, both. both. And I'm always tell people, listen, there's great, they have so much great products.
Yeah.
I use their products.
Yeah.
They're all, I have CO, CeraVe or Cetaphil. I
Yeah.
love it. It's simple. I love the price point. You don't need to pay more than this because it just works. It's got
You
great young
know,
ingredients.
you're bringing up something so great, and I think it's nice, and why I love having founders on you, and why I love not doing a sponsored podcast, right, is because we can have these conversations where it's not just like my brand, my brand, my brand. Um, uh, by the way, this neck thing is just to die for. The neck cream is like my skin just feels gorge. Um,
You can have all you
but
want.
but skincare is so personal, and people always come to me, "What's the brand? What should I use?" And I'm like, "You have to use the one that you're actually going to use." And as dumb as that sounds, or as simple as that sounds, you could have, and I've tried $700 skincare serums, and I've tried $6 skincare serums. Have I seen a huge noticeable difference between the two? To be honest, sometimes not really. That said, texture, scent, the way it feels. If you're having a moment, look, we know Natura Bissé, that costs a pretty penny. I just got my hands on the Diamond Life infusion. It was gifted to me.
I don't have that one. Maybe I should give them a call, but no,
It's,
Naturbis.
but I put it on at night. It is a moment. It smells. It's a serum that it's just a moment that I have with that lavender scent, and I kind of am
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. No, if you're going to spend money, you want to spend Naturbis or Revive.
Revive
Those are
is
great
another one,
brands.
great brand. But let me tell you that brands like, I always say, CeraVe, Olay, they do so much R&D, and there are beautiful products that you don't have to spend a lot of money
Oh,
on, that you
not
can get great.
at
And then
all.
your brand. So can you run us through, because I feel like these are very affordable. What are the price points for most of these?
Well, are we talking about the patches? I
Well,
mean,
let's start. So the patches range from,
this is like 75.
okay, so the neck cream, which is 75, and you saw I use just, I mean, this has to last a long time.
Yeah, yeah. And it will. You don't need that much at all. So
Yeah.
our price points are like, I mean, like this here, I think we're what, 39.99. I am so bad with prices. We have so
Oh my
many.
gosh, I forgot the most important thing. Ah, so bad of me. I should have mentioned at this beginning. You are offering our listeners an exclusive discount. So I'm going to put the code and the details for that in the show notes, because yeah, I think it's 25% off, which is so generous. Thank
No,
you for that.
yeah, that's a
Um,
good one. Yeah.
So yeah, so we will be putting that in, because I got to tell you, if you're somebody who is a side sleeper, if you're starting to notice this, and it doesn't matter what age, I know a lot of women, my mom's friends, who are like, I don't want to wear these low cut tops anymore, and maybe this can just kind of give you that confidence again to be able to do
100%.
that.
I pulled out clothes that I had for sitting there because, and I have to say this, it was embarrassing. And the reason why I launched it is because I started seeing women with like wrinkles here, and their face was so perfect because they've had the injectables, whatever,
Yeah,
plastic surgery. And I'm like, it just didn't match.
yeah.
And that's when I was like, well, I'm not the only one with this issue. And you know what? Let me tell you something. When you meet men, they look right down there and see, because they're looking at something else. So if they're seeing you, it's like when I was 30, I looked, you know, 30 here, but I looked, 60 here. Wait, 60 here and 30 here because I had the wrinkles.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a confidence builder, and it's so affordable. Our price points are affordable. I'm not going to put anything on the market out there that I want to hit the mass.
Yeah.
So majority of our products are very affordable. And when you have something like this and you are able to use it for your eyes and you're able to do this, you don't have to have injectables. You
No.
just don't. And if you do, they will extend. Hands down. You won't have to go as much as you go. Because I
Gigi,
know it because I do it
you
sometimes.
I I love it. And I want to thank you so much for being here today, spending time. I think people can tell that you are just like so much fun. You are a great person to go out and get a cocktail with.
Anytime, anytime.
If people,
I'm over a long, long breakup, and my heart's healed a bit. So let's go.
oh my gosh, you're open and
Whenever
ready
you
for
want
it.
to, just let me
2024.
know.
So if people want to know more about SiO, if they want to purchase this, where's the best place for them to go?
They can go to SiO on our site, SiO Beauty, Amazon. We're in 101 different countries. We're Blue Mercury. The list goes on. But yeah, go Amazon or SiO Beauty. Go on
And
our site.
remember, if you go to SiO Beauty right now, we are going to have an
To
exclusive
get that.
discount. I believe it's Art Beauty 25, but I want to confirm that. We'll have the details in the show notes. Also, if you haven't signed up for our email newsletter, do so, because I include a lot of these. Discounts in the newsletter as well, with links right to that. I only email once a week just to keep you abreast of our favorite shows, our favorite guests. I want to thank you, Gigi. Thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate you spending some time here with us today.
You're so fun and so sweet. And thank you for making it so comfortable, because I don't normally do these.
Oh, and speaking of comfortable, loving this. I've been wearing this, so I might leave it on for the rest of the day, to be honest. Because, I am a side sleeper. Listen, if you've got questions at home you want me to pass to Gigi or any of the fabulous SiO team, let me know. I'm always happy to do so. You can email me at hello@artbeautypodcast.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Art Beauty Podcast. And as always, we will see you next Tuesday. Maybe I was going to try to do a little play on SiO. We will SiO you next Tuesday. Hopefully feeling a little more smoother and confident. Bye.
Bye.